Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Commencement 2019 is about to begin. Please refer to your printed programs. We ask that you all remain seated during the processional so that all may see. Rest assured, photography is being provided for you and your graduate. Please do not block the aisles to take pictures. Please do your personal videotaping from your seats. And thank you for coming. Would the audience please rise and remain standing for the presentation of colors and the singing of the national anthem by Senior Kenneth Autry.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we've held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Good evening, friends, students, parents, distinguished guests, and of course, the graduating class of 2019. My name is Daniel Jervis, and I am the acting principal at the Cobalt Institute of Math and Science, and we are very happy to have you all here today to share in this celebration of the accomplishments of this year's graduating class. It is truly an honor for me to be able to welcome you here today. At this time, I would like to introduce some of our honored guests. Superintendent, Dr. Ron Williams. Board member, Penny Edmondson. Board member, Jose Barrios. Board member, Barbara Dew. Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Dr. Rubacabla. And Assistant Superintendent of Business Services, Mr. Antoine Hawkins, Dr. Antoine Hawkins. Graduation is a time where we pause. We take a minute to look back, to reflect on our experiences, and to remember what it took for us to get here before turning back around and beginning the next chapter of our lives. Last year's graduating class marked the first or the last of our students to start at 7th grade at the old Cobalt and transition to Sims during our first year, which means that this year's graduating class marks the first that can say that they started at Sims in 7th grade and continued on all the way through graduation. Like you, my time at Sims has been a journey, and I would like to take a minute to share some of my experiences with you, as I believe that my journey has more in common with yours than you might know. Monday, October 24th, 2016. That was my first day as the assistant principal at the Cobalt Institute of Math and Science. I woke up early that day, put on my favorite shirt and tie. I went out and I stood in the quad in the morning, and I welcomed students as they walked past me on their way to get their breakfast. Everyone was very polite and said hello, but only a few students actually stopped to engage in a conversation with me. Graduates, I think that you must have had a similar experience on your first day of 7th grade. You might have had a few students in your class that you knew from elementary school, but most of the people that you encountered in your classes were probably strangers that were nice, but were hesitant to really engage with you until you had an opportunity to earn their trust. That year was full of firsts for me. I experienced my first time presenting to Sims students, parents, staff, and even the school board. My first time completing an emergency drill at our school, or the first time that I had to correct a Sims student's behavior. Everything I did was a learning experience. Sometimes I learned what worked, sometimes I learned what didn't. But either way, I was moving forward and getting better at servicing the needs of our staff, our students, and our community that serve our campus. As I began to earn the trust of the students and the staff at Sims, I kept getting asked the same question. Everybody wanted to know if I was coming back the next year. For those of you that don't know, I was the most recent in a chain of what I like to call the one and done assistant principals. That means that they would come into our school, they would spend a year, and then they would move on to another opportunity. All of them had their own reasons for leaving, but that didn't really seem to matter too much to our students or to our staff. All they knew is that people kept coming in and people kept leaving, and they wanted somebody that was going to stay. I'm pretty sure, graduates, that you had a similar experience during your 7th and 8th grade years. I'm sure that you had many first-time experiences and learned something new every day. Sometimes you learned what to do, and sometimes you learned what not to do. But you learned more about the school every day and figured out how to meet the expectations of our campus. You probably got close to those strangers that were in your class, and you formed friendships. But as you approached the end of your 8th grade year, I'm sure everybody kept asking you if you were going to stay, or if you were going to leave Sims to go on to a different opportunity. Some of them left, but for whatever reason, you decided to stay and to continue your journey at Sims. My second year brought on a lot of changes. I got very involved in the school, and I wanted to do everything I could to improve the systems and the structures of our campus to better meet the needs of our students and our staff. For example, we created and implemented the academic probation program to make sure that we provided academic support for the students who needed it before they lost the opportunity to continue at Sims and to stay enrolled in our campus. We created the PBIS implementation process, and we started rewarding students for making good decisions instead of simply disciplining them when they did something wrong. We even altered the dress code to include combinations of school colors for jackets, backpacks, and shoes instead of requiring everything to be a single solid color. Graduates, I hope that your high school years were full of meaningful experiences like this. I hope that you got involved, grew your school spirit, and found your voice so that you could leave your mark on our school and that you could help it continue to grow and evolve. I hope you left your fingerprint on our campus in such a way that your contributions will continue to impact our campus long after you are gone. For that is truly what we mean when we say, once a Cougar, always a Cougar. Now, class of 2019, your time at Sims is complete. You will now step into your new role. Some of you may join the workforce or enroll in a trade school. Some of you will attend junior college, and some of you will go straight to a four-year university. No matter what your next step is, never forget who you are or where you come from, and never forget that you are always a Cougar. When you walk into that new place that's going to be full of strangers, hold your head up high. Tell them that you come from the Cobalt Institute of Math and Science and that you are a Cougar. I am so very proud of each and every single one of you guys. Congratulations, class of 2019. The next speaker for you this evening is our salutatorian, Mr. Ibrahim Mawad.
Good evening, friends, families, staff members, distinguished guests, and fellow 2019 classmates. It is an honor to speak to you this evening. Let me just start off and say, we made it. There's much to say in such little time. Looking back, we thought this day would never come, almost unreachable. But like all of our teachers and our parents said, these years passed by in a flash. We have all anticipated this day for so many years. But the people who have waited for this longer is our families. They've been waiting for the day we all move out and stop eating their food and getting their homes dirty. But we have to thank them for always supporting us and guiding us to become who we are today. Shukran umama wa baba لكل حاجة. I love you. I love you. Most importantly, I would also like to thank God for everything He has done for me. In the past few years, we have become closer as a class than I ever thought would be possible. We have found friendships that will last a lifetime. The people around you have been there at your happiest and your saddest moments, have been there for better or worse, have been there in sickness and in health. Whoa, this is beginning to sound like a wedding. All right. As a class of 2019, we have shared so many memories, we have shared ideas, and most importantly, we've shared homework. In 7th grade, we were able to go home, do homework for an hour, and play video games or go play sports or just simply watch movies. Those were the good old days. But as we have progressed through the years, we have been faced with many academically challenging courses, beginning with AP Euro sophomore year and ending with AP Gov senior year. Over the course of the past few years, we have to realize that we did more than just schoolwork. We have become young adults. And this is only the beginning of a very long journey. We have countless years yet to come, and we have to take advantage of every moment. We can't expect change unless we change. We must strive for who we want to be. There will be many times in life where we want to give up and feel like we cannot continue, but we are stronger than we think, and we'll be able to overcome adversity. You always have a choice in everything you do. The only difference is that those who succeed will make the right decision. A family member once told me, someone else is happy with less than what you have. Look around, class of 2019. Those of you that are going through hardships need to see that we are much more than just a group of students. We're a family. I would generally not change these past few years that we have had here at Sims and that we've experienced together. Thank you to the teachers that have kept us motivated, not only in pursuing extracurricular activities and understanding the mental breakdowns we've had due to senioritis. I never thought I would be standing here as the salutatorian, but it has been a pleasure and a wonderful ride to be accompanied by every single individual sitting in front of me today. Congratulations, class of 2019.
Next, we will hear from our class valedictorian, Kim Huang.
Good evening, 안녕하세요, buenas tardes, kính chào buổi tối, marhaban, magandang gabi, tajawaan, families, dignitaries, Sims faculty, and the Sims graduating class of 2019. After 17 years on this planet, I am closing the first chapter in my life. I have encountered many obstacles, many struggles, many trials, and tonight I wanted to share with you one of my life's greatest difficulties so that you may perhaps learn from my hardships. I have discovered that the most difficult challenge in life is when you have to come up with something meaningful to say in your valedictorian speech. Today, we have become Sims graduates. The diploma that you will receive today is really just your learner's permit for the rest of the drive through life. Remember, you don't have to be smarter than the next person. All you have to do is be willing to work harder than the next person. The home of the Sims Cougars are tomorrow's doctors, physicians, lawyers, engineers, and teachers. Whatever our reason was to join the Cougar family years ago, what is important is that we are all here together to celebrate our achievements and triumphs and the journey that leads us to the future that we desire. Each and every one of us has had our own unique experience with a combination of both good and bad times, times of joy and laughter, and who can forget procrastinating for a project or an assignment that's due, or a last-minute cram for the test that we forgot was taking place in the morning. Graduating allows us to start a new chapter in our lives, one that we may be anxious about. However, life is not like an open book where we can read ahead and know the ending. We all have our own book in life that has not yet been written, and as every day passes is another opportunity to live our dreams. Luckily, with the help and support from all our teachers, parents, and friends, we have been provided with all the ink and paper we need to write our own stories. To all the teachers I have had the past 6 years at Sims, thank you. All of you have contributed to who I am today, a girl with big dreams that could never imagine herself standing in front of over 8,000 people giving her valedictorian speech. Thank you to Miss Ehart for always looking after me and treating me as if I was her own child. To Mr. Maroof for reminding me to strive for the best and encouraging me to live life to the fullest. Thank you to Ms. Safko and Ms. Miles for assuring me that I have the potential to accomplish anything in life and proofreading the speech that I am reading today. And to all the other Sims staff, thank you from myself and the rest of the class of 2019. To all my friends and classmates, thank you. Thank you very much for sticking with me throughout this whole roller coaster ride. To be your own person, you need good friends. Friends are the treasure of your life. Thank you for being the people that I can always count on and believing in me when others doubted me. To my parents that have always believed in me and encouraged me to strive for the best version of myself. Thank you for all the sacrifices that you have made for me. Con cảm ơn ba Hòa và mẹ Yên nhiều lắm đã luôn ủng hộ và tin tưởng con. Con cũng cảm ơn ông bà ngoại và nội đã luôn ở bên cạnh chăm sóc từ nhỏ. Con thương ông bà, ba mẹ, dì cậu, cô chú nhất trên đời. I love you guys very much. Being a part of the Sims family has allowed me to become a better version of myself. Being able to see my strengths and weaknesses, setting goals for myself regardless of the amount of hardships that I may encounter in life. During my time at Sims, I have met so many new people, made lasting friendships, lived through lifelong memories, and built a foundation for the rest of my life. As we all start to write our next chapter, let us all remember the Sims family that we have been with for the past few years. and the people that have supported us throughout our high school journey. Just like the song A Whole New World from Aladdin. Life after high school is going to be a whole new world, a new fantastic point of view, no one to tell us no or where to go or say we're only dreaming. So don't look back, my friends, only look forward to the new horizon that awaits. Congratulations, graduates.
Sticky for you. Yeah. Dr. Williams, I certify to you that these students in the class of 2019 have met all graduation requirements of the Victor Valley Union High School District and the state of California.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees for the Victor Valley Union High School District and the state of California, I recommend that the 2019 graduating class of Cobalt Institute of Math and Science be awarded their diplomas.
Kim Huang.
Abram Camille Moad.
Samantha Robles Encarnacion.
Omar Abdel Karim.
Chloe Saldana.
Marceline Shauki Demian.
Kenneth Artry.
Araya Jayla Abram.
Natalie Nicole Andrade.
Katrina Andrzejewski.
Isaiah Angelo.
Carla Daniela Arevalo.
Oscar Manuel Arias Jr.
Jessica Natalie Areola.
Shamira Arlene Avila.
Taj Gilbert Brannon.
Yesenia Bravo.
Alexis Brito.
Lillian Busio.
Myra Carlin.
Marquise Coleman.
Genesis Marie Cuellado.
Julissa De Leon.
Jesse Diaz Ibarra.
Jeremy Isaac Diaz Rivera.
Tuan Doe.
Casey Rebecca Ann Ellison.
Yendi Guadalupe Enciso.
Andrew Earhart.
Linley Odalis Escobar.
Janiyah Evans.
Irving Falcon.
Matthew Feliciano.
Asian Duchess Fontilla.
Tony Lorena Gamboa.
Aaron Joshua Garrett.
Aaron Gomez.
Christopher Gomez.
Yvette Marie Gonzalez.
Travian Anthony Guerrero.
Chantel J. Harrington Smith Hill.
Devontae Eugene Harris.
Savannah Henry.
Alexander John Herdline.
Arturo Armando Hernandez.
Bobby Joe Hernandez.
Jacob R. Hernandez.
Jason Hernandez.
Jesse Hernandez. Ready?
Gabriel Isaiah Jennings.
Adrian Jimenez.
Martha Juarez.
Stephen Kevin Kohler.
David Lara.
Oscar Aaron Ika.
Carolyn Ariana Longsworth.
Jonathan Guatamo Lopez.
Maria Victoria Mackley.
Jelica Sanya C. Meharada.
Alina Ivelia Mendoza.
Christian Jose Mendoza.
Moises E. Mogollon Sanchez.
Ariana Morales.
Elijah Christopher Mott.
Jose Munguia Fernandez.
Lisbeth Negrete Gutierrez.
You're good, David. Yeah. David Nunez.
Alexander Ojeda.
Francisco J. Olmos.
Giovanna Rosalinda Palacios.
Alexis Martin Perez Monreal.
Jonathan Perez.
Bryant Omar Pimentel.
Eileen Andrea Pineda.
George Nicholas Pineda.
Jose L. Quezada.
Edith Suhe Ramirez.
Gianna Micah Rave.
Tyra Reed.
Devin Reed.
Melissa Renteria.
Alexis Marie Rivas.
Francisco Rugama.
Carista Salgado.
Isaiah Moises Sandoval Gutierrez.
Pedro Jose Sandoval Gutierrez.
Luis Elian Santana.
Nathaniel Christopher Scaletta.
Savannah Love Seiler.
Christopher Anthony Tapia.
Najee Nigel Thomas.
Audrey Yadhira Troncoso.
Prince Chukwabuka Ude.
Judith Valdez.
Anthony J. Vargas.
Selena Vasquez.
Giselle Vasquez.
Viviana Vega Ortiz.
Jean Veloz.
Roberto Ventura.
Amaya Mackay Williams.
We will now hear from our senior class president, Omar Abdel Karim.
Good evening, dignitaries, SIM staff, families, and class of 2019. Malcolm X once stated, "Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs for those who work for it today." This statement demonstrates the significance and importance of one's intellect and how it influences the future. It is up to us, the students of today, to impact not only our community, but the world as well. It is up to us to answer today's questions and leave an example for those who follow. It is up to us to advance our state of knowledge and exceed the limit. Some of us started in SIMS back in 2013, 6 years ago. When we began 9th grade, we were merely young boys and girls. But now that we are moving on, I see young men and women before me. During senior year, we planned our futures with parents, teachers, and a computer. We also learned about all the FAFSA questions and became closer to our beloved teachers who helped us with letters of recommendations. It's important to realize how hard we have worked in the past 4 years. Sitting amongst us are those individuals who obtained biliteracy status, PLTW scholars, CSF lifetime members, CIF qualifiers, and Golden State Merit recipients. Oh, and how can I forget about Mr. Cougar? Remember all the times we spent together, whether it was to study, to learn more about one another, or just to complain about schoolwork. We spent the last 4 years not only planning our future, but learning more and more about ourselves. Senioritis definitely didn't help, and I think it's pretty safe to say that teachers don't appreciate Senior Ditch Day. So heads up, to all staff, because now we're ditching forever. I would like to thank all of the moms and dads for all that they have provided us and say that we love you dearly. شكراً أبي وأمي أنتما سر نجاحي وتفوقي. Thank you, teachers, for bearing with us and making sure we reach this step in our lives. I would also like to recognize my fellow classmates in ASB as well as our class advisors for all their hard work and ensuring a successful senior year. At the end of the day, this is what life is all about, enjoying these memorable moments with our loved ones. Completing 12 years of education is one of the greatest accomplishments that we all share. So let this not be the end, but let it be the beginning of a bigger story that you'll construct with your own paws. Don't imagine your realization, but realize your imagination. Congratulations and good luck to every senior, and have a Cougarific night.
Up next, we will hear from the senior class advisor, Mrs. Gibson. Let me fix this.
Yeah, be quiet. I love you too. I love you too. Okay.
this, okay? Oh, baby. Okay. Okay. 6 years ago, when Abby and Nolan came to ask me to be their class advisor, I had only ever taught middle school, so I had no idea what they were asking me to do. So of course I said yes. Since that time, our ASB students have put in a ton of work trying to make it a great experience, and it has been for all the class of 2019. So much fundraising, so much fun. It was our first year at the new Cobalt. It was like every other year, silly tween boys being a little disruptive with their zany senses of humor. Matthew and Jeremy. Thank you for making me giggle every day. Lost my spot, sorry. And tween girls who were slightly dramatic, but always ready with a great hug. Yendi and Carolyn. I needed those. I need one now. But it was as if I had entered a parallel universe. These kiddos knew not only how to have fun and be silly, but they were not afraid of diligently working at challenging subject matter. Lindley and Ibram, you blew my little mind with your studious natures. And then there was Kim, a tiny little 7th grader who asked me for a letter of recommendation for college. I'm pretty certain my jaw dropped. Sometimes it feels, though, as if we will never get through the adolescent years, both parents and the adolescents. But you, class of 2019, But you, class of 2019, have shown great resilience through the struggles that life has handed you and thrown at you. And you have breathed life back into teaching for me. Because of you, class of 2019, I have had the privilege of watching cute little squirrely 7th graders blossom and grow into courageous, loving, thoughtful, beautiful young men and young women of integrity. Shoot. I'm gonna take a couple of breaths. Because you have my heart. It has been difficult for me not to have been a very active part of your senior year. But I knew you had excellent guidance from Mrs. Miles and Mrs. Fahill. One of my favorite authors, M. Scott Peck, in his book, The Road Less Traveled, states, "Life is difficult." This is a great truth, one of the greatest truths. It is a great truth because once we truly see this truth, we transcend it. Once we truly know that life is difficult, once we truly understand and accept it, then life is no longer difficult. Because once it is accepted, the fact that life is difficult no longer matters. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather feeling the fear and walking through it. Life is difficult, but it is so worth it, so worth fighting for. Just a little bit more. You, class of 2019, you have set such an excellent foundation for whatever you choose to be in life. So be kind, follow your intuition, and remember to keep breathing. God bless you.
Almost made it. Hold on, I have to be able to read what I'm supposed to say next. Hold on. At this time, I would like to have the class vice president, Chloe Saldana, come to the podium for the tassel ceremony.
Class of 2019, please stand. Turn your tassel from right to left. Congratulations, class of 2019.
We would like to thank all of you for coming out this evening and attending our ceremony. Thank you. Have a safe drive home.